In 2015, over 66,000 children in Texas were confirmed victims of child abuse and neglect. That's more than 180 kids every day. Almost 10,000 live in the greater Houston area. 34 of them died.
I came to the harbor because my mom was struggling and she didn't have enough money to take care of me and my sister.
What brought me to the harbor was my parents. They were doing drugs.
Between 2015 and 2016, the number of children dying from abuse in Texas shot up 34%. 271 kids died. That's way more than any state in the country, including California, a state that has 40% more people than Texas. My mom, she brought me when I was 9 years old. We came here because my family was having issues with money. We didn't have a home and my dad was an alcoholic, so we had a lot of family issues.
Studies show that when kids in state custody are moved from place to place, they can lose 4 to 6 months of academic progress with each move. Some children who are placed in permanent state custody are moved from place to place as many as 12 times.
Before the age of 5, I remember being alone in an apartment a lot. I was surrounded by some abuse and violence. I was moved from one place to another. My parents had me very young.
I went to the harbor because I didn't have anyone to take care of my son while I worked during the day. I was very young, I was 17. I was having some trouble, just knowing what to do with this rambunctious child.
In 1977, I came to the harbor.
I remember we were driving into the driveway. I was so amazed by the mansion. This was gonna be a good place, I could feel it.
I'm really glad I came to the harbor because ever since I got here, I felt like everybody was my family, and that they cared about me and they'll always be there for me.
The mission of the harbor is to empower children that have faced abuse, neglect, and hardships to take back their futures through our unique approach that focuses on giving them a place here in our residential community. We have no gates. We're not an institution. We're a family structure.
For the first time, I had house parents every day watching over me. They checked my homework and my conduct at school. And that was like gold when I was a young child.
We have children from different ethnicities, children from different cultural backgrounds. They're not bad kids. A lot of times the community thinks that they did something to be placed here, and they didn't. It's circumstances through no fault of their own that they are here.
Being a house parent was probably the most rewarding part of my time here. I consider all these guys and girls that I raised to be my kids. I mean, they're just like my kids.
I think the environment here at the harbor gives the children stability. Even though what they're going through may be tough, this is a safe place for them. My harbor children, all except one, call me Mom. Other than that, they call me Miss Fallon. I'm very proud to have that title to so many.
My house parent, we call them Grandma and Grandpa because we're so close. They treat us like their own kids. I just love them because I'm able to talk to them, and I love that.
By the end of my first year at the harbor, I was reading books ahead of my grade level because the parents here encouraged my progress. I was living a great life, an ordinary life like other kids.
One of the things that we find when kids come to the harbor is they're way behind in education. We've had kids who are 8 or 9 years old who don't know how to read. So we set up a charter school, and the kids get a lot of individualized attention, and what that does is it helps them rapidly progress much faster than they would if they were in the local school district.
I'm glad I came to the harbor because you learn more stuff than you usually do at other schools.
I've experienced a lot of things here, and they've given me opportunities to help me throughout my life. They've taught me things that I could carry on to my future.
It's hard to convey the magic that happens here because they can do things here that they could never do before.
The farm program, you work with animals. You walk them, you feed them, you wash them, and in the end, show them, and all your hard work will pay off. because you work for it. And I think it's great because it helps us save money for a car, for college.
It showed us that you have to put your heart into it, like you're raising your baby or you're raising your own kid. Teaching you how to respect yourself and people that you care about or that you love.
People should support the harbor because the children we take in are part of this community. And the children that leave here will become people who work for you or work beside you.
To be honest, I would love to come back when I'm older and be a house parent.
Even though you have these ups and downs in life and you go through something tragic, there's always a light at the end. When I close my eyes and I dream, I can see a better future for me.
My future looks like I'm gonna be one of the house parents.
I see myself being a teacher at the harbor.
My harbor family provided me with a life that every kid deserves. And I'm so grateful to the harbor for giving me a place that I could truly call home.
There are 22,000 homeless children in Houston ISD alone. If I could dream, I would dream that we would be bigger. We could make a dent in those statistics.
I think that everybody ought to at least participate in helping children, because most of the time children can't help themselves. We need to always be helping others. And if we're not looking out for other people's best interests, then you have a heart issue. And you need to fix your own heart so that you can help other people.
I can imagine Chris's life would be very different if the harbor didn't exist. He wouldn't have a foundation. He wouldn't have had a family situation and felt so much support to just achieve all he wanted in life. And I'm just so proud of him. Appreciate them so much.
When you contribute to the harbor, you contribute to a family and a home that makes these kids a success. And I have that now. I've got a wonderful wife, I have a daughter, I've got a thriving law practice, I'm a leading partner at that firm, and I've made it.
I think people should support the harbor because the kids here are going to be something so big and successful. They're dreamers too.